Hi again, everyone. This is Steve Bolden with the Landscape Design Site. In this video, we're going to take a look at a Mediterranean courtyard that we're creating right now. And more specifically, in this video, we're going to talk about how we created the drainage. Now, we'll go through this entire courtyard design and creating it, and actually, this. This courtyard is part of a much larger project that we're working on, and we actually talked about this design in another video, and we kind of just touched on the major points of the design and how it was created, and we even touched on the courtyard a little bit in that video. But now that we're starting the project, we will be working our way from the center of the project out, which the courtyard being the center, that's where we're going to start our project at. Anyway, this is kind of a sketch of what we started with the courtyard. It's just a basic sketch, but it gave us an idea of where we're going to go. And like I said, we're going to go through every part of this design, every bit of its creation, starting with the courtyard and finishing out probably with the lawn. So just keep an eye out for all the videos that come from us, because this is going to be pretty good. Anyway, we're going to talk about creating the drainage in this courtyard, and that's really important in all landscaping. You need to consider your drain and your slope, and your grading, because when the water comes, you need to have a plan for it or a place for it to go. So it's something to consider, and especially in a courtyard like this, where it's completely enclosed and has a roof like this right here, which can capture and dump an enormous amount of water in a very short time. So we want to figure out what we're going to do with that water and where it's going to go when it does come, because it will come. So the first thing that we did in our planning and grading of this area is that this actual grade slopes a total of 2 inches from this side of the courtyard to this side of the courtyard, which is 62 feet. And let's take a look here. That's at the ground level, and all of this area I will adjust to have a downward slope. Now, all of our soldier rows, they are also adjusted to go with the flow of the property, and so everything is going to flow down this area, and we're going to channel it with our soldier rows and keep everything going this way, and we're going to channel it down to the ends of the courtyard through 2 areas, one here and one here, and channel it out through some pipes in the wall. So that's how we're going to channel the water to make sure that we don't ever have any standing water. And the way that I create that, and I'll get into screeding in another video, and screeding is how we create our level area for our brick pavers to actually sit on. What we'll do is we'll go through that in detail in another video, but in this video we're just kind of touching on how it was done. So what we did here is, in between each one of these points, this ground slopes a 1/4 inch between each one of these points. So it drops a 1/4 inch to here and a 1/4 inch to here, and so on all the way down. And in that way I'm able to use my screeding points, and when I do screed across here, it will be consistent and naturally flow down the total of the 2 inches that we have here. So another way that we helped create the drainage in here is, of course, we had to keep everything flowing in here, and so the courtyard itself is 2.5 inches below this main step of the home. The home is actually 2.5 inches higher, and then this is dropped down and recessed in here. So if we would have just created a step right here, of course we would have had a level area out to here, which would have created a place for standing water. So instead of doing that, in every area where there is it leads away from the home, we just sloped it away. In that area, this area, and any other areas in this courtyard. So that helped, and also, like I said before, our soldier rows are raised a quarter to a half inch above the rest of the pavers, and you can kind of see it here, how it's raised up. It's about a quarter inch higher, half an inch higher, and that will help keep the water in the channel as it flows towards the other end. Now we have to do something with the water coming off of this roof because it has the potential to be a lot of water in a major downpour. And even the way we have this graded and everything channeled, what we have created down here with the drains through the wall isn't going to be enough to handle that much water if there was a major downpour. And also there would be a potential with that much water if, say, some branches or leaves got knocked off the trees to clog up those ports going out through the wall. So we don't want to depend on that completely. So we're going to create a gutter system on this home, on this courtyard, and to keep it from being intrusive, we're going to actually run the pipe underneath the bricks here. And in my own defense, this is actually something that we had planned on in the beginning, or had considered, and then decided to leave out. But as we got more into the project, we decided that we were going to go ahead and add this gutter system and this culvert. So we're going to have a pipe running through here, and so what that meant was that we had to tear everything up. I cannot say enough about preparation and planning. It was a setback, but considering it was the smartest and the best thing to do. And it also meant that we had to poke a hole through the foundation of this footer, which is extremely well built. We had to use a jackhammer to get through the footing of this wall, and I think that was the hardest part of this entire deal. Again, I really wished we would have planned ahead and done this right as we had planned in the first place. Anyway, there's the pipe eventually going through the wall and draining out the other side of the wall, and we will dress this up out here and make a holding area for this water that comes out of this courtyard. So now that we have our gutter system built, it drains down through the downspout, and we created we tied directly into the 4-inch pipe. Made it really attractive by the way that we did it, and you can't even tell once we've got this done that the pipe is even under there. So you can see there's one downspout there. We have 2 downspouts on this because the amount of water and the span on this, one downspout would not have handled all the water coming off of that roof. So as you can see, it's not intrusive. And this is the other downspout, and there's a fitting that fits exactly on the downspout that fits right onto the 4-inch pipe, so it worked really well. And then so I'll just make my cuts around this, and it goes right directly into it. It's very clean, it's not intrusive, doesn't get in the way, looks good, the color of the gutter fits the home. So anyway, that's how we've created the drainage in this courtyard. Now the next few videos we're going to talk about screeding, and you know, we're going to go on with this design and see everything it took to create the courtyard, and then from that point we'll go back out into the rest of the design, and you know, just watch the whole creation of this thing. So anyway, watch for more videos from us, the landscapedesignsite.com and landscapingvideos.com.